he has chosen to let Roth start the match. That means Roth will throw the last ball with one shot to be thrown for the money. So here we go, championship round, 12th Quaker State Open.
One head-to-head match in Grand Prairie. Roth, first frame. Now, let's learn more about Bob Benoit. He's 33 years old, now living in Topeka, Kansas. Former Dallas resident, said he'd like to come back to the Big D. And he's back this week in bowling for sure. Tournament leader, first shot. Capacity crowd here at the Forum Lanes.
Watch the profile of the 5-step full approach delivery of Bob Benoit. Look at him roll that ball back on the wrist, much like Jimmy Keith, who we saw last year a couple times in the championship round. Then release that wrist underneath the ball. That's what initiates the tremendous hook power that has made Benoit so successful in his comeback. He didn't have that type of shot when he came out here in the early 80s. He was a straight ball player.
And on this championship fair, 2 games on it. During competition, he had 245 and 241, by far the best of the 5 on this pair.
I wonder if he surprised Roth coming out that aggressively in his first championship round. I think this guy is unshakable, though. Look at those eyes. He knows how to throw strikes.
We're all even after 2 frames.
Roth even looked the match.
Mark Roth, power player, going against another young, blossoming, not really young, a newcomer to the tour, Bob Benoit, another power player. Roth does it with just tremendous snap and not as much hook. Bob Benoit has a real good smooth roll. As you see Roth's reaction to that strike, one of many in his career. As I said, Benoit throws the big hook ball type of power. So here the match is all even. 3rd frame.
Leaving a fortune, this man in his 3rd television appearance. Previous 2 finished 2nd, finished 4th. Now he has a chance to finish 1st. But he's against Bob Benoit, the tournament leader. Roth led for the first few rounds of this Quaker State Open.
Almost 3 times what they normally get for the entire year.
Now we're going to look at Benoit, average 222, 42 games. Final 24 games, he won 19 and lost 5. Last night, 7 of 8.
He backed off for no one. Everybody said he'd falter, and they predicted today that he would bend under the pressure of Roth, but he hasn't so far.
Bob has a 3-bagger. Good numbers for Bob Benoit.
Watch how Bob Benoit holds that ball. He just rolls it back on his wrist. He used to be a straight ball player where he held his wrist flat. He started practicing with a light ball so he could do that, and he still only uses a 15-pound ball, Chris. I have not seen any pros been successful, especially right-handers on the Pro Tour with a 15-pound ball. Some of the left-handers have tried it. Mike Albee tried it, and Dave Davis, 2 of the great lefties, have tried it, but they can play a little bit more outside angle. Benoit doing it on the right side is just amazing. But he has so much, a big hook.
And a professional at 5'9" is tall and weighs 130 pounds, has 4 in a row in the title game. Spare up, shooting in the 4th. Because his opponent is opened with a 4-bagger.
The championship pair been very evenly distributed in the strikes. Look at lane 39 through 3 games, or 3.5 games now as we've gone through 4 frames. Lane 40, 25 strikes, spares equal, and open frames equal. So a well-balanced pair, although the left-hand lane books a little bit more. Roth has been around the pocket all 4 shots. He has 3 strikes, but Benoit, his opponent, has been perfect so far.
One of the most aggressive and deadly forms of the disease returning.
Roth, the eliminated Joker, already last year's winner, now has answered back with a double, and now trails by only 11, but that can change because Benoit has 4 in a row, shooting in the 5th.
A small preliminary study published in Nature tested the vaccine on 16
Benoit,
patients after surgery.
who relinquished himself to regional play, won 3 regional championships in the last couple years, Corpus Christi, Texas, Denison, Texas, and McAllen, but this is his first chance at a national title.
The tournament leader, earlier we asked him if he felt he had an edge going into the title game.
Before it starts, a larger trial, guys, is
well, I think with the hometown crowd pulling for me here, since I used to bowl league in this house, that'll help considerably. But I kind of look at it this way: I've got a 50-50 chance of winning, and I've got nothing to lose, so I'm just going to go for broke.
Benoit, who lived here for 11 years, bowled league in this house, Chris. What a way to go for broke. He's perfect through 5.
If he can get 6 more, True Value Hardware will be happy to present him with a $100,000 check. As you're looking at Susan Benoit, a lady from Topeka, and that he's not thinking about that, I'm sure, but if it would, what pressure that is. 100,000.
No doubt, he still has to get by this man. This match is long from over.
Double up. Shot at 223 with 6 strikes against Berardi's 212. 223, 212.
The 2025 Forester is also an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. That's better than a RAV4 and CRV. It also holds its value better than any other SUV in its class.
You know, the keys to shooting a big game sometimes, Chris, there's somebody making you or pulling you along like a pacer in a mile race. Roth right now is the pacer for Benoit. He's perfect, but don't count Roth out. 5 out of 6 strikes. Can cut the lead of Benoit's down to 11 with a strike here.
Unshakable, Mark Roth.
And I'll tell you, as an opponent, you don't like to see a guy come up and throw a shot like this. This is a ripper. He hits the 5-pin right in the face, drives it over into the 7, has cut the lead of Benoit's, even though he's perfect, down to just 11 pins through 6 frames.
And for Benoit, he has reached the 7th frame.
Increased infections or lower ability to fight them may occur before treatment gets you through.
Seven in a row. Thing of beauty to watch perfection.
Look out for a guy down on one knee. You can just bet that's a good tip-off that a player thinks he's throwing a good shot. When you see him walking left or right, or those eyeballs opening up a little too big, you know he may have a problem. But when you're down on one knee, you can bet it's close. Scoreboard tells the story.
For 100 grand. Ed Blanco of True Value back in Chicago. Hope he's watching. Be delighted to give away another 100. Now Mark Roth, 4-bagger, shooting in the 8th frame. 129 through the 5th. The split, leaving the 10-pin.
Roth coming up high, Chris, as you said, almost leaves the 4, 7, and 10 pins. Gets the break, still stays in the match. Hey, don't count this match out.
Smooth
release. Mark Roth covering the 10-pin, marking with the spare in the 8th. We are in our final game. This man has 8 in a row.
Mark Rose said he would like to get home tomorrow to watch his daughter Stephanie in her skating exhibition, but if he'd happen to win this, he'd have to stay over the Petroleum Club and host a Champions Banquet tonight. But the way Benoit's going, if Roth doesn't get another strike here, he won't have to worry about that banquet. He has a potential 258, though, 9th frame.
Stephanie having a real big test in the figures portion of advancing in figure skating competition. We wish her well.
Bob Benoit being tested. I think the test is over. He's proven that he has the mettle to be a professional bowler. Now let's see if he can have bowling immortality. He's only 4 strikes away from his first title and a perfect game.
And now he needs 3 more.
Chris, this strike locks up the title. He cannot lose the title no matter what Roth does. 258 will not be enough to win. Now it's just a matter of can he take all the money. A possible $127,000 paycheck in his first appearance. 10th frame.
So solid that he needs only 2 more. So the furrows in his brow are getting deeper, but I think his shot's even getting better, if that's possible.
You're absolutely correct, Chris. A lot of people said to me, this young man will choke. I says, don't count out these tough young guys. There's probably been whipped around a schoolyard by some bully sometime, but put a bowling ball in his hand and look out, he's Superman. He's got 10 in a row.
And Susan, oh, the pressure on this sweet blonde. Tears in her eyes. And if this doesn't get your heart pumping, I doubt if there's much that will. 1 to go for 100,000 smackers.
This is where years of practice come into play. There's really not much you can think about. It's all natural ability. Keep your eyes on your target and hope the dear Lord wants you to have it.
There it is.
Everybody on the approach. What a scene set as his wife Susan hugs him. And with the man who has just won his first title is my partner, Chris Schenkel. Take it away, Chris.
My goodness, young man, Bob Benoit. First title, first $100,000, I know.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I'm just ecstatic here. I don't understand what's going on, but whatever it is, I hope it doesn't ever leave me.
Those shots were absolutely beautiful that you laid in there.
Oh, thank you. I was so nervous with the last 4 to go. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to stand up.
You had your family, a lot of your family here rooting for you. I know that was a lot of fortification to keep a fellow skinny guy going.
I don't know. I used to bowl league here, and I used to live in Dallas, and it was great. Winning my first title here, shooting 300 on TV, I couldn't ask for a better place.
You gave a thrill to me. In a few months, we've had a couple of these now, and Dennis Swanson, the president of ABC Sports, has something in his hand that is going to